You're not losing because of your jump shot. You're losing because of your body. Skill gets you noticed, but your body decides who actually wins. You've seen it. Pure athleticism makes a skilled player look slow. The more explosive, faster, stronger player almost always wins the matchup. So whether you won the genetic lottery or not, you can build this. These are the 6 physical pillars that build a real basketball body. I'm ranking them by how much they actually matter, scoring each one and showing you exactly how to train it. Stay until the end, because number 1 is the single biggest difference between a good player and an unstoppable one. Let's build. First, kill the excuse. You hear it all the time. He is just a genetic freak. And sure, genetics sets your ceiling, but almost nobody is anywhere near their ceiling. Vertical jump, first step, top speed, all of it is far more trainable than people admit. The athletic kid who blows past you usually is not more gifted. He just trained the right things while you only worked on your handle. So no matter what you were born with, every pillar I am about to give you can be built. Number 6, mobility. A 7 out of 10. It's not flashy, but tall, lean athletes are basically walking injury magnets, and mobility is what keeps you on the court. It also unlocks deeper squats, higher jumps, and smoother landings. Look at LeBron. He spends hours on it, and he's still going at 40. How to train it. Hit ankle dorsiflexion drills, 90-90 hip rotations, and T-spine rotations. And before you play, skip the long static stretching. Do dynamic work instead. Leg swings, arm circles, hip openers. A few minutes a day saves you months on the bench. Number 5, conditioning. An 8 out of 10. Speed is useless if you gas out halfway through the second quarter. Build it in 3 layers. 1, an aerobic base. 1 or 2 easy steady sessions a week. For your knees, cycling beats jogging. 2, anaerobic intervals. 2 or 3 days of repeated hard bursts with short rests, training you to stay sharp while tired. And 3, the game layer. Just play. 1-on-1, 3-on-3, full court. Nothing builds basketball conditioning like actual basketball. Number 4, strength. An 8 out of 10, and the foundation everything else is built on. Heavy lifting raises your ceiling for force, and force is what later becomes speed and power. Keep it simple. Pick a push, a pull, a squat, and a hinge, and get strong on all 4. Then add single leg work, split squats, and step-ups, because basketball is played on 1 leg. And never skip the glue, your core and your ankles. A weak ankle turns every move above it into a suggestion instead of an explosion. Number 3, fuel and recovery. A 9 out of 10, and the one most hoopers completely ignore. You can train like a machine, but if you don't fuel like one, you're running on fumes. In season, let carbs lead to refill your energy. Keep protein high to rebuild, and eat a real meal about 4 hours before tip-off. Hydrate all day with electrolytes, not just water at practice, because even a 2% drop in body water tanks your performance. And sleep. 8 hours is where your body actually gets stronger. You don't grow in the gym, you grow when you recover. Number 2, speed and agility. A 9 out of 10. And here's the secret. In basketball, you almost never hit your top speed. What actually matters is how fast you get there and how violently you can stop and change direction. Train it 2 ways. First, short 10 to 20 meter sprints to build acceleration. Second, and this is the one people skip, deceleration. Drop landings, pogo hops, and single leg bounds that teach your body to absorb force and fire it back instantly. The fastest player isn't the one who runs fastest. It's the one who can stop and explode again before you react. And number 1, power and explosiveness. A 10 out of 10. This is the king. The first step, the vertical, the dunk. The thing that makes people say he's just different. Power is strength expressed fast, and you train it specifically. 1. Explosive lifts like clean pulls and high pulls, moving real weight quickly. 2. Ballistic work. Medicine ball slams and throws that teach you to project force without slowing down. And 3. Jump training, with one rule above all. Short ground contact, maximum force. Get on and off the floor like it's lava. Master this, and you become the most dangerous athlete on the court. Now let us make this practical. A question I get constantly. Should I train skill or athleticism? The answer is both, but in the right order. Do your explosive and speed work when you are fresh, at the very start of a session, because power needs a sharp nervous system. Then do your skill work, and save your heavy lifting and conditioning for the end. Train athleticism tired, and all you do is practice being slow. Here are the 3 mistakes quietly killing your progress. 1. You only train skill. You shoot 1,000 jumpers, but never build the body that lets you get the shot off in the first place. 2. You skip deceleration. You can sprint, but you cannot stop, so you can never create space. And 3. You treat recovery as optional. You break your body down every single day and never give it what it needs to come back stronger. Fix those 3 and you are already ahead of almost everyone. So what does a real week actually look like? Keep it simple. 2 days of strength and power, lifting heavy and jumping explosively. 2 days of speed, agility, and conditioning. 2 or 3 days of skill work and live games. And 1 full day of real rest. That is it. You do not need 10 sessions a day. You need the right sessions done consistently for a few months straight. And when the season starts, the goal flips. Now you are not building, you are maintaining. Cut the volume, but keep the intensity. 1 or 2 short, sharp lifts a week is enough to hold your strength and power, while the games handle your conditioning. The biggest mistake in-season players make is stopping completely, then watching their athleticism quietly drain away right before the playoffs. So how long until this shows up on the court? Be patient. You will feel stronger and more explosive in your training within about 4 to 6 weeks. But the real transfer, where it shows up in games, takes a full off-season of consistent work. There is no 2-week hack. There is just the player who put in the months and the player who made excuses. Decide right now which one you are going to be. So here's how you put it together. You don't chase all 6 at once. You build strength as your base. You turn it into power and speed. You keep your engine running with conditioning. You protect it all with mobility. And you fuel and recover like it's part of the training. Because it is. Do this consistently for 1 off-season, and you will not recognize the player who shows up in the fall. Now be honest with yourself. Which of these 6 are you weakest in? Drop the number in the comments. That's the one you start with tomorrow. And if this gave you a real plan instead of just hype, subscribe to Good Basketball and go build the body your game has been missing.